Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day today. Good day for me. Uh Went with the 4711. This isn't the original cap. This was a tester. Came without the cap, but it just kind of fits the aesthetic. Nice old school bottle. Kind of faceted on the sides. I don't know if that's coming off or not, but 4711. Again, forgive the setup, guys. It's going to be a few days, if not a couple weeks, till I get a better setup. But for now, this will do. And I want to give you the video, so I figured, why not? So yeah, Equinox I don't know how the hell you say that. Eau de Cologne. Ingredients are all on the back here. I'm not going to read them. I'm not that type of channel. But yeah, classic fragrance. Classic fragrance. Um, Lemon, bergamot, orange, neroli, petitgrain, and lavender. Some of the notes. So it's definitely a citrusy scent for sure. As soon as you put it on, I'm hit with a clean, refreshing, sweet and bitter. Not overly sweet or overly bitter, just enough of both. Um, with a hint of a green vibe to it. I can't really tell you where the green's coming from. Could be the petitgrain and the neroli. They can both give a bit of a green citrus vibe to it, so it's probably where it's coming from. Uh, just underneath, you get a slightly powdery, soapy, clean kind of lavender. And that's the scent. I wish I could go into this and that and picking up the. No, that's kind of the scent. I can't really pick up. The main citrus I pick up is the orange, bittersweet orange. But it's just kind of a blend of citruses with some lavender, really. Now, is there more going on there? Maybe, perhaps. I don't pick it up. That's kind of what I get from it. Um, just a very nice, pleasant, happy fragrance. Yeah, it just makes me feel good when I put it on. How I applied it, I went with a ton of sprays because I knew probably about 10 of my moisturizer, just kind of body sprayed it on. Like 20, 30 sprays. I'm not even joking. Like, I mean, I loaded the crap on. And even with that, couple hours. I mean, and I might be being generous by 15 minutes or so. Um, but I didn't expect it anything more. Like I didn't expect this thing to last 7, 8, 9, 10 hours to give me a super amount of projection. Although it projects really well actually for a solid half hour, 40 minutes. It's out there. It's an arm's length, if not a little more out there. That's some citruses that just popping off your skin, right? But never a beast performer by any stretch of the word. Never going to be. Now I know there's fragrances out there that take this formula, this scent, and tweak it a bit and make it last longer and stuff. But for me, this is just it is what it is, and I'll use it how I use it, and I'll use it for me. That getting out of the shower, just wants to smell good for the day for a couple hours. This isn't a fragrance you're going to put on to go out to the club or to really go out anywhere. It's a for you fragrance. It's also a lot of people use it as a cleanup fragrance. Um, they when I was a kid, uh, when my nan would take us somewhere and we were outside playing and we didn't have time to take a full bath or whatever, full shower. She'd make us wash our face and hands, and she had a bottle of, it wasn't this, but it was probably something similar because I remember that smell from it, and it was the one she had was a little more soapy lavender with some citrus, where this is more citrus with a little soapy lavender, but similar. And she'd put some on a cloth and dab it behind her ears and on our neck after we washed our face and hands, so we could go out to the grocery store or wherever she was going, so we were presentable, right? Um, so it's used by everybody. Something like that can be used by everybody. Children, if you want to just freshen them up like my nan did. Uh, Definitely man, woman, age, race, color, gender, doesn't matter. Anybody can use this fragrance. It it's just yeah, it's just a good little fragrance. Um, Again, don't expect beast performance out of it, and don't use it as your go-to unless you're going to apply it every hour, hour and a half. Then go ahead, use it all day, but you're going to go through a bottle pretty quick. It's like I said, it's more used just to freshen up, or for yourself when you're feeling a little. I don't know what you guys, but fragrances can alter my emotions. I think they can for a lot of people, and this spraying this on really just the couple times I've worn it since I got it really just made me happy. You know, just that smells nice. It's the citrus. It smells like sunshine on a nice day. You know what I mean? Like just, yeah, it's great. Um, 200 over 200 years. This has been around the late 1790s. Um, Arguably the first kind of mass marketed produced fragrance. It's definitely not the world's oldest fragrance. I mean, I said it before, but some caveman figured out pretty much after we started walking upright that, you know, if I roll around in these nice smelling flowers, I'm going to smell like nice smelling flowers. So that would have been the first, my guess anyway, one of the first fragrances. But I believe it was the first. I could be wrong. Like I said, everything's arguably. There's a whole bunch of information online. Just type in 4711 and get to read. And if you want to read, it's really good stuff. Really good read, a lot of it. And you know, and it was made by whoever the Italian guy was living in Cologne, Germany, wanted to be reminded of the Italian coast, and so he made this to remind himself of home. From my understanding, like I said, could it be romanticized a bit? Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't there, neither were you. Which brings me to the next thing. I know somebody's going to say it, even with something this old. The original formulations, but how the hell would you know? Where were you around 210 years ago? I mean, do you have a bottle from 200 years ago? From the late 1700s, early 1800s? And even if you do, it's probably gone off. It's probably changed. So, yeah, it's. They say they use the original formula and all this stuff still, and the same as it always was. I highly doubt that. They're probably using. Back then, they would have been using, you know, natural ingredients. They'd probably use a ton of synthetics in this. Everything's probably synthetic. I could be wrong, and it could be exactly the same. So I'm not saying it smells exactly the same as it did 200 years ago, but it's probably pretty damn close. You know, as close as we're going to get nowadays. Um, so, yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, compliment factor, I didn't get any award around the house, and it will get you compliments. It's everybody. I can't think of anybody who not like that kind of citrusy, fresh, clean, citrusy smell. I'm sure there's somebody again, but for most part, most people are going to like it. It's going to be hard to detect after 40, 50 minutes if you had it on, right? It's going to be real hard to detect. So if somebody can smell it within the first half hour, they're going to like it. After that, you're probably not going to get a whole lot of compliments. It's not because it smells bad. It's just they got to be right up on you. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Tell me what you think. You know, and it's nice just to own a little bit of history, right? You know, especially if you're into fragrances. This is something I think uh, most of us should own, even if you're not a fan of it, just for the history of it. So, and it's cheap. I mean, I got this for $5. You can get a bottle like this for like 10 brand new. So why not, right? I might get a bigger bottle of it just to have it. It's like $30 for a jug of it. So, all right, guys, peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.